What rare statistic are you a part of? I'm an identical twin, which by itself isn't rare, but we are bookends. I'm a righty and he's a lefty. I was born on the same date as another guy of the same name, and his mom had the same name as my mom. So the Social Security debt issued us both the same Social Security number. It took 18 years to figure out the mistake when I was denied a student loan because the other guy applied first. Also, his tax returns got denied for a while because I always submitted mine first. My hair started going grey at 13. By the time I was 23, it was completely white. Myself and my dad both have had 3 sets of teeth. Baby teeth and then 2 sets of adult teeth. I've had breast cancer 3 times. Not recurrences. Told me I'm in the one of the population of people they can't match a partner to. Awesomeness. My blood is both O and CMV, meaning I can donate universally to both adults and babies. When I was 15, I got the measles. My county hadn't seen it in over 30 years. And yes, I had my MMR vax. Double kidneys. I have prosopagnosia, face blindness, a mild form. I think this is actually more common than people think, but some people don't know they have it. I didn't figure it out until I was like 35. You just go through your life thinking you're a dum-dum who's not paying attention, or not realizing that other people can recognize faces well. I was also the first woman in the world to do my specific job. Born with extra pinky and no wisdom teeth. I'm 32 years out from my liver transplant and one of the rare few to have been successfully weaned off immunosuppressants. On a sour note, I have multiple sclerosis. On a sweet note, I'm one of the rare cases where daily treatments have seemed to almost make my brain lesions disappear in my scans now. They went from very large to barely there, and some have even completely gone away. I'll still always have the condition and will still always need to live life on the low and slow chill so as not to bring on a relapse, but so far I count myself blessed given how things can be with this disease. False arrest. I got pulled over and arrested for bank robbery, because I happened to be driving away from the area where it just happened, in the same make, model, color vehicle as the robber, wearing the same color hoodie, same age and description right down to the level of baldness. The guy was known as the Grumpy Bandit because apparently he was more rude than your typical friendly bank robber. I'm a survivor of human trafficking. Roughly 0.5% of the population is currently trafficked. I don't know what the exact statistic is, or even how rare it is, but I am ambidextrous, and I can write with both hands at the same time. I.e. forwards with one hand, backwards with the other, mirror writing, upside down with one hand, and right side up with another. Edit woe. I have managed to write in Deutsch with one hand, and English in the other. It's pretty f-king hard, and I can write 2 different things on 2 different papers. It's great at work when I do end of day stuff. Edit 2, so it is called bimanual simultaneous writing, and not even every ambidextrous person can do it. I'm ambidextrous. And have heterochromia. 1 green eye, 1 brown eye. I have Marcus Gunn syndrome, also called jaw winking. Something is messed up with the wiring of my cranial nerves. My right eyelid bugs out when I move my jaw or swallow hard. I was in foster care and graduated law school. Foster children are statistically less represented than any race group or disability group in college, let alone law school. Amniotic fluid embolism survivor. I was the mom, not the baby. 0.0025 chance of it happening during childbirth and highly fatal when it does. Edit. This got a lot more traction than I thought for education purposes. AFE leads to the sudden collapse of the mother during or shortly after childbirth. It manifests as respiratory failure, cardiac arrest, and DIC, which causes massive hemorrhage. The event also leads to stroke, seizure, and coma. It's very difficult to manage this cascade of medical events which results in high fatality. My kiddo and I are lucky to be here. Not really a statistic, but I use my mouse backwards. Like facing the wrong way sort of thing. My mother taught me when I was young and I didn't realize it was wrong until middle school. I've clinically died twice. I am an altruistic kidney donor and altruistic bone marrow and stem cell donor. I have had 2 children die from separate causes. Only 5 of babies are born on their due date waving hand sign. I have retrograde cricopharyngeus dysfunction. Meaning, I am physically unable to burp. I was raised in the foster system until I was 18. I am alive, never been to jail, in a very successful career, own a house, and I am a great mother, and in a very happy marriage. Native American with a PhD in mathematics. Not going to prison even though parents did. Allergic to fermented alcohol, wine, beer, cider. I have aphantasia, the inability to picture things in my mind. I escaped poverty. I was born 3 months premature in 1985 at 2 pounds 2 ounces dropped to 1 pound 4 ounces. No major issues. I can shoot water out of the corner of my left eye. I have a family member who was a 9/11 first responder. He is listed among the fallen, having developed an inoperable brain tumor secondary to exposure to the toxic materials. I've never bought anything from Amazon. I made it out of a gnarly heroin addiction. Coming up on 3 years. I'm dominant left-handed but I play golf right-handed. Dad said, there's no fucking way I'm buying left-handed clubs with 5 others in the family who play right-handed. I have treatment-resistant depression, have tried 15 meds with little to no relief. Ketamine is next. My daughter and I have the same birthday. Still sober after my first visit to treatment for heroin. I'm pretty proud of it. I have 20/10 vision. Almost 50 better than 20/20 and in the top 0.05 of people. I actually have incredibly accurate night vision as well. Edited, I had the wrong numbers, sorry about that. The first voting ballot I ever cast wasn't my own. Was the surrogate for a learning impaired person who was in line in front of me because her immediate relatives weren't allowed to assist. Kidnap survivor. I've never met someone else with my exact last name who wasn't related to me. I survived a cardiac arrest. Sneeze every time I go from shade to sun. Red hair, green eyes. I'm a dude though, no one cares, rolling on the floor laughing. I'm the one who uses light theme on Discord. Over sweaters, I guess that's how I call people who sweat far more than usual. Only one of couples experience recurrent miscarriages, 3 or more. We are in that one. On a positive note, we had a baby last year. Graduated from university last month, not a crazy thing today but a feat for me. Spending my summers in Section 8 and going to some of the worst schools in a state with the worst education in the US. I wish a lot of friends kept that drive to get out and never got a taste for drugs. Edit, first gen Hispanic. Not me but my dad. He got the same cancer twice after a full bone marrow transplant and the doctor told him that was impossible. There's definitely a case study about him as patient K. I've been kicked out of a recording of TRL on MTV. I have sectoral heterochromia. My eyes have 2 colors, mainly blue but with a green section. I'm O and apparently I have 3 rows of eyelashes on my top eyelids. According to the lady who did my makeup for prom, most people only have 2 rows. I have anisocoria. That means I have very differently sized pupils. Male anorexia survivor. 19 of 20 ppl sick, W it uffy.